Hello everyone, let me start by introducing myself and my friend. With me you now, Ibrahim Al Khail Gaddour and Muhammad Amin Wagha and Abdul Mu'min Shtiwi. Our theme is human rights. And now you will put you with a clip explaining human rights. Human rights.
Human rights are the rights that all people have by virtue of buying human rights. Human rights are universal, so it appears everywhere and all the time. Human rights have been adopted into the UN Charter. The international community observes and celebrates Human Rights Day on the 10th December of every year. Human rights are protecting individuals and groups. They are against action and omissions. Human rights law obliges government to do certain things and prevents them from doing others. There are five primary categories of human rights: economic rights, social rights, and cultural rights. Nations with diverse political religions and cultural background joined to make human rights statement against injustice and inequality. They are aimed to achieve human rights. Many advocates and elements of equal society show that gender equality is very dominant danger, fear, violence, and oppression. To promote gender equality is an effective way to support rights of women. Women's rights and empowerment are key to achieving the development goals.
Human rights. What are human rights? Human rights are the fundamental freedoms and protections that belong to every single one of us, regardless of race, gender, sexuality, religion, or beliefs. Rights are about being treated and treating others fairly, and ensuring everyone can make choices about their own lives. They're about justice, freedom, and equality. Here's a quick breakdown of your rights. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights states that all humans are born free and equal in dignity and in rights. They're endowed with reason and conscience and should act towards one another in a spirit of kinship, which means that no matter who you are, the very fact that you're a human being grants you these rights. Your life is your life, and it cannot be unjustly taken from you just because some people don't like you, and that is regardless of what nationality you are, cultural background, religion, or political views. You may not be forced into slavery, and you're not required to follow any social obligations, constraints, or restrictions others might feel you have due to your race, sex, gender identity, or sexual orientation. You have the right to start a family and own property, and nobody can say that you can't. If you become sick, you have the right to healthcare. You also have the right to education and any other necessary social services, such as disability care, for example. No person or entity can ever take these rights away from you. If your government infringes on any of these rights, you have the right to seek asylum and refuge in another nation. At work, you have the right to fair working conditions, fair and equal pay, and the right to join and form trade unions to protect your interests. You also have the right to rest and leisure, including holidays. If you have a run-in with the law, you may not be subjected to any cruel or unusual punishment, and you cannot be punished before first being proven guilty in a court of law. If you feel a law is unjust, you have the right to protest, making phone calls, writing to your leaders, or by peacefully taking it to the streets. These rights are there to protect you and your loved ones. They also exist to protect your neighbors, your friends, your rivals, and even people whose opinions or lifestyles you don't agree with. These are some of your human rights, yours and everyone else's. Together, we can protect them. When we do, all our lives are better and we create a better world for everyone.
Modern slavery is hidden crime that affect every country in the world, including first, forced labor. Particularly vulnerable to this type of slavery are migrant workers, who are often people from poor countries who are recruited to work abroad in sectors such as construction, agriculture, agreement making, and domestic work, and land are Shakil 2 lose job and unable to travel.
Forced labor includes exploitation in domestic work, agriculture, and manufacturing. It also includes state-imposed forced labor and commercial sexual exploitation. Poverty is a powerful driver for forced labor around the globe, particularly in India, East Asia, and West Africa.
Second, debit bondage. Debit bondage or bond labor is the undertaking by a person to serve as security for payment of a debt or the obligation where the term of payment of the debit are unclear or unreasonable and the creditor disholds control over the worker and definitely the service that must be provided to pay of the debit or in specific and or not conditional on a specific time, which always the creditor to request what he want from the worker. Forced labor could also be passed down from generation to generation until children repeat their father deeds.
Third, forced marriage. Forced marriage is one of the forms of marriage that the plastic dispute refusal of one or both party to this marriage and even the conclusion of the marriage. In this, the difference between the forced marriage and arranged marriage centers around the fact that the latter really have the freedom of parties the relationship to accept the completion of the marriage or not. Without forcing one over the other, but forced marriage often takes place after a long and continuous series of secession. To force one of the party to marry, and even the matter may reach the risk of explicit physical violence or psychological aggression.
Those responsible for modern slavery.
People are responsible for 68% of forced labor worldwide, generating $150 billion in profit from forced labor annually. While in developed countries it amounts to $46.9 billion. It's $51.8 billion of this money was obtained by employed in the Asia-Pacific region by exploiting 50.1 million people for forced labor. According to the International Labour Organization, the region with the largest number of victims of modern slavery anywhere else in the world. Related population is the Arab Gulf state with a rate of 5.3 per people.
Put in the following word. In the end, thank you for listening to use.